Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Unknown Podcast. I'm your host, ItsPrettyRad, joined as always by my co-host, LifeAsOmar. How you hanging, dude?
Hello, everybody.
Today we have our first ever reoccurring guest. You've heard him in the Avatar podcast. He's our friend Momo. How you going?
Hello, what's up?
And we also have a new face in town. It's our boy, Lemon. How's it going?
What's up?
So,
What's up, dog?
in today's episode of the podcast, we're going to be talking about a topic that has been on everyone's minds. It's been going on in the world, all over the world, for months now. Of course, we're talking about the coronavirus, COVID-19. We're also going to be talking about how it affected us personally, because we're all in different situations. For example, I had to move to a different country during the pandemic. Momo's quarantining in a dorm at a school. And Lemon, just like a regular person. And for some reason, our friend LifeAsOmar here, been on vacation. So, how was your vacation?
Okay, so the vacation wasn't exactly my idea, but anyways, it was nice. I mean, like, we didn't travel like too far. It was like a car trip, like a road trip or whatever. And we didn't stay for that long, but it was nice going out of the house because it was a change of scenery and things like that, so it was nice.
But
And
it was,
yeah.
but you could have
I know.
chosen like the worst time.
Yeah, I know. So the situation wasn't ideal. There was kind of a weather issue. Basically there's a hurricane at the time we went. And I found that out like as we were going there. So that was fun. So it was not ideal because we went there for the purpose of like going to the beach and things like that. And we ended up not going to the beach, but staying in the hotel the whole time.
Nice.
Wait,
So,
Omar, are you driving with the
But
group?
yeah, it was still a change of scenery. What?
Are you driving with a group?
Driving with a yeah. So I went with my family. Just so
Anyone else or no?
No, just my family.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you don't want to be going in group gatherings.
No.
Especially in a car.
Prevent the spread
Yeah.
as much as possible. I mean, it's not encouraged to travel anyway, and what I did was not good. But you know,
But I did it anyway.
if you're gonna travel, try your best. Try your best to be safe.
So people
And, yeah.
listening at home, don't do what Omar did.
Don't do what I did, because what I did was kind of stupid. But yeah. But you know, just be safe. If you're gonna do it, be safe.
No, because you stayed at a hotel,
Take
right?
extra precautions. Yeah. We wore masks and like we didn't interact with anybody. Like we kept to ourselves.
But how did
Yeah.
like breakfast and stuff work with Rona?
So like we would order room service, or basically like what we did is like we would I don't know. So whenever we would sit and eat at a place, because there is a restaurant in the hotel, like we would clean the area and things like that. Like we had hand sanitizers, the spraying things and things like that, just to take extra precaution. And
But
yeah.
but like did like your hotel
Obviously, you have to
did
take your.
Did your
What?
hotel breakfast have like a normal like hotel buffet breakfast kind of deal?
No, it wasn't buffet. It was like that you order and they serve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because normally
Buffet
hotels
would've
have,
been-
like buffets.
Yeah, but like I don't think buffet would be safe.
Smart, yeah.
As safe. Yeah. So. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that hotel we got lucky, I guess.
Was
Because that hotel does not have a buffet. No, it was not. It was like, it wasn't busy, but it wasn't empty. It was just like, it was an okay amount.
At least it wasn't Florida.
that's yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How about you, Momo? How's quarantining in a dorm like?
So, a little bit of context. So, if you guys don't know, I'm from Asia. Not specific where, but I'm from Asia. So, the whole point of quarantine is, so mostly student, as international student, we have two options. One is going home, two is staying here. And when you go home, you have to travel with ambassador. So your ambassador will, so basically your country will make a flight to gather everyone from your country to go home. And I did not sign up for that because I didn't want to go home, because with option one, which is going home, there's the US border hasn't opened yet. So it's a struggle for most international students that if we go home we can't come back. And another thing is that your risk of getting the disease is higher if you travel on plane than like staying where you are in the US.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
So basically, you didn't go home because you wanted to continue studying. My face went Asian.
yes.
I mean, like, yeah. It's
Yeah.
so weird because like the U.S. was just like, I don't know. A lot of other countries like locked down and stuff like that. U.S. was like, no, we're just gonna carry on.
Yeah, because
We're just
they
gonna
try
carry
they
on
try
for
to
a bit.
protect their economy and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I have a lot of options. But for me, the safest one is staying where I am, which is in the dorm, because oh, by the way, my dorm have a option to open over the summer, so I decided to stay. The dorm really like take care of us for the past like 3 months, like the whole like 3 month summer. So what they did is we never went outside. We stay in the dorm for like whole time, but like in the dorm we have the gym, we have a field. So I've been keeping my activities up. I've been still going to the gym. So it's been a good quarantine life, basically.
Yeah, so
I'm not really quarantined because I have the whole field and the whole gym like to myself. So
Yeah, so
basically,
basically, you're just staying on the school premises, and like you can just go anywhere on the premises,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
exactly, yeah. And the premises
Yeah,
is
that's
really
more
big.
of what I can say, or like what
Yeah,
you can say.
Momo's motto, if I can put it in simple terms, if I have a gym, I have a home, right?
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Momo's motto.
So I
Yeah.
have not been quarantined. I wouldn't say I've been living like a dream life and
Yeah, but
safe.
you
That's
can't-
good to hear.
No, but you
Positive
can't like go
vibes.
outside though, and you can't like see friends, like even.
Oh yeah, that's the only worst part, that you can't see friend, because so if I want to see friend, I have to do the fence thing. So
Yeah, so like there's a fence around the premises, and then if friends do want to come see him, they have to like meet through a fence, like boy in the striped pajama style. That's what I did.
yes, this is what you did before you
Mhm.
left.
Yeah. So yeah, about me leaving. So I left the US like before it got like really bad. So I think it wasn't that hard for me to leave. So basically all we did was like pack everything from our house and just like send that away with a moving company. And then we went to the airport, just boarded the plane and just came to the Netherlands. And that was a pretty much straightforward process. Like we just did have to wear a mask on the plane the entire like 8-12 hours, something like that, on the plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But and the seating was also different because like you could not sit next to anyone. So like for example, if you're like on a big plane and there's like a row of 3, row of 4, and then a row of 3 again, there were always gonna be 2 seats in between every person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude, that must have been like luxury travel. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
It's
I
like-
guess, but the thing with that is we had to wear a mask the entire time, and it started like chafing on my ears midway through
Yeah.
the flight.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's like so bad.
Yeah, because we had surgical masks which have like the elastic bands instead of like cloth masks which have like slightly wider bands and which are a bit softer. I prefer those, but we didn't have those
Yeah.
on us at the time.
I agree. I prefer those. They're way more comfortable. But yeah. What about you, Lemon? How's your quarantine life been?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird because usually like every summer I try to travel and go back to
Me too.
my home country
Me
and
too.
visit my family and things like that. So it's so weird that I can't I didn't do that this summer. So it doesn't really feel like a summer. It feels like a long weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Omar,
I mean,
I don't know, it's weird.
How long? Like, what was the last time you
Visited?
Went to
visit your
your
family.
home country.
Yeah, like last year. I try to visit every summer. So the last time was last year.
I mean, yeah, I would say like I do the same as well. Like I go every year, but then again, like because when I moved here, it just felt like a normal, regular like break and vacation, because like I always go here like in the summer to visit family and stuff like that. So it's like it didn't really settle in that like yeah I moved during a pandemic, because like here, at least in the Netherlands, like it's not as bad, and like if you go out, it's for example like my dad took us out to eat dinner in a restaurant, and it was really busy in like this center of town. It was like it's like if you went and you didn't know about the pandemic, you'd think there was no pandemic.
Yeah.
I guess like the biggest
Yeah,
difference
it's just-
in a normal life is like
Sorry,
the
go
grocery.
ahead.
Go ahead, Lemon.
It's like buying stuff from the grocery stores. That's probably the biggest difference for me, because you have to clean all your items and you have to wear a mask when you go outside and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And also every single grocery store has like specific instructions to follow. That's probably
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah.
difference for me.
Yeah, for us, like the biggest thing in the Netherlands that I've noticed at least is in grocery stores, where like every person that enters has to have like a cart or like a a basket for groceries.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just weird, man. I just want to see my friends like more often and things like that.
Yeah, same. Like I was gonna have like a going away party or like a meetup.
And then
before
no
I
one.
left. And that was when
Yeah.
like the pandemic, and like no
No one
one
showed
showed
up.
up because all the parents were like really scared about the virus. And that was before like it was really serious in the US, but it was still like, yeah, it probably wouldn't have been the smartest thing to do during that time, but I was probably gonna not see most of my friends that I've made in my time out in the US for a long time, or never again.
Yeah.
And that's why I was gonna have like that party, but then like everyone was afraid. All the parents were afraid to let them go. But then as soon as I left, like a month later, when the pandemic was worse than ever in the US, they had a birthday party for a friend of ours.
And
Yeah,
two
that was,
two out of 4 of us here had been to that party.
I saw that and I'm like, oh my god, like it wasn't even that bad when I invited, but I guess the buzz was a lot bigger than, during that time.
Yeah, I guess. Whoa, does Momo have?
Yo, hold up,
corona?
Momo. Oh,
That was a
Whoa,
sneeze. That was a
whoa.
sneeze. That was a sneeze.
COVID-19.
Sneeze.
Bro,
that's what they all
okay.
say. That's what they all say.
So, okay, all of these thoughts lead me to this question: do you think that this will be the new normal, or do you think things will go back to normal? Like, do you think we're after, like in the next couple years or so? Do you think we're still gonna wear masks.
Oh no,
And
no.
Yes.
That's gonna be
No,
normal.
I think we do.
Like it's like a normal clothing item, like a shirt or a shoe.
I
Like a
mean,
mask is just a
No, but
normal
here's
clothing item.
So here's what I think. If people aren't wearing masks now, right?
Mhm.
But I do think things are gonna get back to normal. Like if people stop acting really stupidly.
Exactly.
US. No, but like,
The whole of the U.S. I mean, like, to be fair, like, there's two perspectives to this, right? It's like, you know, it's like Corona and like the lives lost because of that, or like, you know, people's livelihoods because of the economy crashing and
Yeah.
people not getting jobs. And
but then here's the thing, right? There will be no livelihood if Corona doesn't go away.
I think
Mhm.
I think
I
there's
mean,
a study.
even after Corona.
I think there's a study said that if everyone in the whole U.S. stay home for 2 weeks, the disease gonna get eradicated. If everyone stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I also saw like that there has been like a vaccine developed, or like that it's in development, because like they've been researching it.
Yeah.
like, since
in
Corona
Oxford, I
started.
think.
Yeah, somewhere there, like some smart institute.
Smart Institute.
Institute.
Somewhere I'm never gonna be.
Yeah,
but-
exactly. I'm not gonna be anywhere near those doctors, dude. I'm not gonna study any of that. No, but like yeah, I did see like there was a vaccine like available. I might be wrong, but
No, you're right. They're doing like
they're
I think it's
they're testing
third.
now, right?
Yeah, I think they're concluding the third stage.
Yeah, which is good news.
So basically means it's probably gonna go commercial. Like they're saying it's gonna go commercial like I definitely by the end of this year. Maybe as early as like end of August, maybe September. That's what they said. But obviously when it goes commercial, you still have to like mass produce and distribute. So I think it's gonna take like this school year will be the weirdest school year until things go back to normal. Like I feel like this is the last school year of weird Corona.
yeah, at least for you
and
guys,
stuff.
because you guys are probably gonna get like online classes.
No, I don't think so. I think it's like the disease gonna mutate it.
Is it
Just
gonna,
like the
you think
flu.
so?
Probably. Oh, boys, we're gonna get a COVID-20. We're gonna get a COVID-20.
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 Because if you
Um,
think about it, like because people like they act different. So for example, if you look at Vietnam, for example, so when the disease appeared, they quarantined the whole country when there's only like 100 something like cases.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I heard with like Asian countries, because they have a very much collectivist culture, instead of like in the
Mhm.
West, they have like individualist
Yeah.
culture, like everyone's for themselves. But like in Asia, like if like there's been like a few cases of Corona, they shut everything down. Like they
Exactly.
have,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
which is
Honestly,
everyone
I mean, it's
listen.
very smart. It's very smart.
It's a very
because,
smart thing to do. Even if it's a small percentage
Yeah.
of people that got infected, having everyone locked in or like quarantined, it just kills the spread.
And
Yeah.
another thing is like it's really people people in Asia, they really think as a community. Like that's
Yeah.
why they listen, they stay home and
Yeah.
stuff. And like I heard that Vietnam only have like from now like only 400 something case and 0 deaths.
That's the difference between like a lot of like Western like culture. I would say like other cultures is like the idea is more on collectivism versus
Yeah.
like an individual. Yeah. Like in the US it's all about like
Oh, how much
you
money
know,
can
like-
I get? How much can I profit?
Yeah.
Human
Instead of,
right.
How
I
much
guess.
Yeah,
can the
like,
community
how much-
as a whole
yeah.
be better?
Exactly. Sort of, yeah. Which is good and bad. I mean, both have their positives and negatives. But yeah.
Well, yeah. And on that note, we will be on a quick break, and we'll be back to you real soon.
Shortly,
See you later.
just like your boy Rad, because he's short.
And we're back from the break, boys. First of all, I just want to point out I'm not short. I'm 6'1". Omar is shorter than me.
And what
so
a
suck
shorter,
it.
what a short boy.
Omar's
6'1", what a
Omar's
shorty.
5'3".
Damn, shawty, shorty. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about, bro.
You done?
I literally, I could have been in the NBA. Like, I was that tall. I could dunk with ease. Not even, I'm so tall that I don't even have to jump to dunk the basket.
Okay.
Bro.
And for the
100%.
viewers listening at home, since this is YouTube, I can just put a picture of us two standing together on the screen right now. And I will do that. So here you go. There.
Please don't do that.
If
Don't
I'm
want to be
short, Omar is
exposed.
shorter.
Don't want
There
to
we
be
go.
exposed.
You're exposed.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So, back to the topic at hand. The Rona. Where do we leave off? Right?
We were talking about
How
what
it
we
affected.
thought would happen, right?
Oh yeah, like
Oh,
how people get. No, yeah. You asked us this question about like, do you think masks will stay or stuff like that as like a
Yeah.
what's it called? Like fashion, or maybe like people just start carrying it around. I doubt it. Like, I mean, masks have been, I mean, like, at least, like, in Asia and, like, Asian streetwear, masks have been around for a while as, like, streetwear and, like, fashion.
Yep.
But I think in, like, the West, I doubt anyone will carry around masks.
That's not what I mean by like fashion. I just mean like it's like an article of clothing that's necessary, like a shirt
I don't
or
think-
pants
okay,
or
Omar.
shoes.
So here's the thing. I don't think people are going to wear masks after this is all blown over if they're not wearing it during this whole thing.
But okay,
Definitely.
that's fair. No, but like, I don't know. Like, if things don't improve, and like, who knows? Because like Momo brought out, like, the vaccine could the virus itself could mutate, and like I don't know. I feel like huge gatherings and things like that, like it won't be looked at the same way, and there could be a possibility where like this is like the new normal. I mean, I personally don't think it's gonna happen either, because I can't imagine wearing a mask for the rest of my life. But like,
Why?
It's weird to think about.
I think masks, like, as a fashion sense, I think they could work, depending on your
A
outfit.
ninja.
But if you wear a mask, like, on a normal day in the West, people look at you funny.
I mean, if you wear a mask in general,
They are funny.
It's weird because, like, I don't know, humans are meant to see like each other's faces and things like that.
Well, no, but I mean, like,
I learned this from someone, but like, it's weird because like we're obstructing our face, so it's like, I don't know, it's just not natural. Like, you feel more trusted or safe.
yeah, it depends on the culture. Like, because I have family in Asia, and when I go there, I see a lot of people with
Mhm.
masks on, like, all the time. It's like, yeah, it's normal. in
Maybe.
Asia. That's why it's
Yeah.
like in like
Okay,
the West,
guys.
in like Europe and
What?
States.
What made you think that the Western culture, some people, not everyone, doesn't believe in the seriousness of the disease?
Well, first of all, the president of the U.S. doesn't believe in the disease, or at least he
No
used
way.
to not believe. And he has like devoted followers. So, and that sort of, I think that certainly didn't help with the notion that, oh yeah, the virus doesn't exist. He's a president. I'm pretty sure I remember him saying, oh yeah, just inject bleach and then you'll have it. It'll go away.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too political. Like, that's just me. Like, I always steer away from politics, but like, I feel like the whole
yeah.
reasoning for why people believe that is because, you know, each side thinks they're more intelligent than the other. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, we're not listening. Because, okay, the whole issue is with fake news and fake stats, and that whole, you know, that's where all this misinformation, like different beliefs stems from, is that there's so many different, you know, statistics and stuff that are being put out there that it can be confusing for some people. They think that they're super, like, they might think that they're intelligent or like doing the right thing by, you know, based on, you know, different stats that they read from, you know, different news sources,
Yeah.
things like that.
But I did.
So that's where I feel like it stems from.
But yeah,
I
I
don't
also
know.
saw some, like, with your fake news thing, I saw like a lot of different news outlets have like sort of like misleading graphs, where like for example in bar graphs, like you can see, they said confirmed corona cases by state, but the states who have less corona cases, for some reason had bigger bars than the ones with
Mhm.
lower ones. And it's just like, it's kind of dumb.
And
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah. Go ahead, Momo.
I think the biggest misconception ever made is the COVID disease is the same as the flu. I think that's the biggest, like, the most like
Yeah.
harmful misconception.
Yeah, because I used to believe that myself as well. Like that's what I used to tell people when like the Rona started. It's like, yeah, don't be that scared of it. Like it's just like the flu, basically. It's like a slightly worse version than the flu. But then
Yeah.
yeah,
Also, like the United States itself, because like you see other countries and like there's not that big of an issue compared to like the US, especially. With the US specifically, the whole culture and stuff, like we mentioned before, it's centered around like individualism and like freedom and like, you know, things like that. So when it's sort of like it obstructing from that freedom to, you know, go out and do what you want to do as like, you know, a citizen in the US or a
Yeah.
person living in the US. So like I feel like that's where it stems from. It's like the US's culture is so ingrained in like, you know, freedom and being able to do whatever you want, like, you know, capitalism, things like that. Which is good. But like I feel like that's part of the reason why, you know, you have this situation right now. It especially in the US. So yeah.
yeah, I think because there's a lot of things. Just a lot of people that say like, I won't wear a mask because it infringes on my rights.
Yeah, exactly. Like they believe like that it's, you know,
I feel
if
like
it's, yeah.
the like I feel like the most like unusual thing I've ever seen is people protesting for being quarantined.
Is that a thing?
Protesting to be in quarantine?
No,
Wait,
I heard there's a protest about people so people being quarantined for so long that they don't want to be quarantined anymore, so they protest.
That's so stupid. No, okay.
And-
Oh,
Okay, if you think about it, there's a lot of way they're protesting. Like if you know about the party in I think Alabama, the
What?
COVID party.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, so basically there's students and they made I think it's called a COVID party, and one of the none of them is like wearing masks, and one of the guy actually got COVID and he infected everyone.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
And if you don't know, they actually like people go to the beach without like masks on. It's another form of protest. They like the protesting of being quarantined. That's why the government have to like put out like more strict like thing to like put people home, like a charge or something.
Yeah, because I know Florida beaches were like really popping off. It's like during
Yeah.
the pandemic, like once they reopened. Yeah, I know they should 100% close them. I mean,
yeah.
but hey, what do we know? We're just high school kids, yeah. Apparently, we know more than the Florida government.
Another thing is like if you're an international student, I think you heard about the
Yeah,
what's
that
it called?
you're getting like deported or something, right?
yeah, people are getting no that was a new law.
Yeah,
I think it's got
that's
suspended.
ridiculous. Like
know.
when I heard that, I was like, "Whoa!"
Like they
I don't
forcing
want to lose
school.
my friends.
Like I think the reason they did that is like they're forcing school to reopen.
Yeah, no, which is I don't know. because I heard that in, for example, in the school district that I go to, like, so my school right now is reopened, but then again, it's like I'm in the Netherlands. The school I used to go to, at least the district it was in, the public schools are still pushing back their opening date, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, they're pushing it back. Like all the even some private schools, like they're pushing back the dates. Like the first 2 months or so for majority of public schools are going online. Maybe even for the full first semester. Yeah.
Do you think?
Don't trust me. You don't trust me. Like, dude, the whole college board. Oh my god, don't even get me started, bro. Like,
Do you
okay,
think
I love how
you think they'll continue
the
SATs?
whole. Yeah. So about that, like, I'm so optimistic for the future. I'm so optimistic that they're gonna just stop SATs, because so many schools are going test optional, and I feel like after they see that opportunity, it's gonna be like an eye-opener sort of, or like it might be a better admissions process for them. And also
No.
the main reason I say this is because University of California schools completely stopped the SAT for this foreseeable future.
Really?
And I believe and the UC schools are like the biggest, I think, when it comes to like requiring SAT and things like that, or something like that. I don't know. From what I know is like it's a big hit for the SAT, and so because so many other schools are removing their requirement, I personally don't think that the SAT will last that much longer. Yeah.
All right,
I don't know.
I'll give you
What do
my
you guys
opinion.
think?
I'll give you my opinion. I think that the SAT won't go out because you have to think as College Board is a company. They won't go, and there's a lot of business built around College Board. So there's like what's it called? What's the center? Test Master, for example.
Yeah.
Like
It's just like
a
a
they're
SAT
a company,
helper, like
like-
studying.
Yeah, so a lot of business built around the SAT itself. So if the SAT itself goes out, like all of the company also goes out, that's gonna be a big hit. So I don't think the government gonna let that happen, because like the economy gonna get a really big hit, because SAT is a really big part of the education, and it's already established its ground, and that like no matter what happened, like if it crashed, like basically like a lot of things gonna crash with it.
Well, yeah,
So
but I don't think they can really
Well,
do anything
okay.
about it if like independent colleges like just stop taking it.
What do you mean?
Isn't like, cause like Omar said, like UC colleges like started like redoing their
You know,
admissions.
yeah, like you see, it's not even just for this period of Corona. They stopped it. Like they said they're gonna stop SAT for the foreseeable future, and most likely if the Corona things blows over and everything, if anything they're gonna create their own tests if they need one. That's what they said, is or at least that's what I think they said, is that they're gonna create their own test if they need a standardized testing, situation. So they're completely stopping from SAT.
What are you gonna say, Lemon?
Sorry? No. They okay. So you know how SAT was required for a lot of colleges?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so okay, dude. Here's the thing, College Board, I'm telling you, dude, they're not gonna last for much longer, because schools are gonna realize it's not only the fact of Corona, because College Board has already had a lot of issues even before that. Like the whole right before Corona hit, and like Corona kind of like diverged the attention from College Board. College Board was already doing some pretty bad stuff, like not Corona, the whole Black Lives Matter, right? College Board was already doing some pretty bad stuff, and then like the whole Black Lives Matter movement was
Really?
sort of taking more attention from that. Well, not bad stuff. They're a company and whatever. There's
What
a
do they
lot of
do?
logistics, but basically what happened is their AP tests were made online and things like that, and around the world it's at the exact same time. So like a person living in a different country across the world, for example, might have to take it at 5 a.m., but a person in the US would take it at like 7 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Or 1 o'clock. And then not only that, but also they're like the whole, when they took the test, some people couldn't submit, or some people like it would
Click.
fail, the submission would fail and things like
Yeah.
that, and people weren't being refunded, I think. I'm not sure, don't quote me, this is what I'm just what I think happened, but there was like a whole fiasco, and like someone like started suing College Board because of all of this, because they kept canceling tests and they kept moving it, and it's just a whole fiasco. I don't know. Personally, I don't think standardized testing, like
I think
I think every student would agree with me. It's like standardized testing is so annoying. It's just like I don't know.
standardized testing, I think it's not the optimal way to do things, because I know,
Yeah.
because if you're gonna do it on a student by student basis, not everyone's good at standardized testing, but they might be like super smart, and they might be like the next Stephen Hawking or whatever, and they might like have some revolutionary stuff, but then they're being held back by standardized testing and stuff like that, and they just might not be good
Yeah.
on testing in a pressure environment.
It's not just that. It's like the fact
should-
that
we should
they're
make- we
doing
shall-
this and calling themselves like a non-profit is just absurd to me. The cost of for registering for one SAT, and the fact that they're like, oh, we're giving more opportunities to students, like I don't know, because people who are more fortunate, like thankfully, like I'm in a fortunate situation, but like people who are more fortunate, right, they have the opportunity to take the test multiple times, and so they're gonna obviously have a really good score because they'll figure out the SAT, figure out the ins and outs. But for someone who's less fortunate, I think they have a maximum of 2 attempts or 1 attempt for like not costing any money. It's kind of like stupid to me. I don't know.
But before this turns into like a screw you SAT fest,
I know. I was
That's-
saying
yeah,
like
that's-
we should make a podcast about education, but anyway.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should probably do that.
yeah, let's get back to the
Um,
topic of how this COVID. But since we're already on the topic of like SATs in schools, how do you think this will further affect the schools and like in like your area, for example?
Okay, I'll go first. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that online school, well, for me at least, it's a good way. I think it's good. The fact that like it's bring out a lot of independence of a student, because if you think about it, there is so much like responsibility that you're gonna have if you go to online school. There's no one gonna like punish you or something for like we all, so for example, we all have the same essay that we have to write, but none of us are writing it because like we don't have the tension anymore, because so kind of like stuff like that, like we need more responsibility and more responsible toward like our like homework assignments and stuff, because there's not really a punishment in place and you don't meet the teacher face by face, so it draw out the independent of you, and I really like that.
Do
Because
you like that? I
Yeah.
sort of disagree, because
Yeah.
I think the independence with, for example, with high school students, they just won't do anything if they don't have like a teacher to guide them and like be in the same classroom, sort of like punish them if they don't do what they're supposed to be doing. Then if they don't have, for example, this is like my own experience. Like I'm talking about myself here as well. If I don't have like a teacher present, or if I'm not in the classroom, then I'm going to be less focused than I am when I am in a classroom. because I'll be on my computer the entire time. My phone is like in my hand,
Yeah.
and they can't do anything about it.
I'm a
Yeah, but-
cut in here.
No, wait. Let me finish with this thoughts, right? But online testing right now in this time, it is the right move, even if it's not good for some students, like in a learning perspective, like a learning aspect. It is a good move to like think of the safety in the students. That's why online school is the smarter decision at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, I agree with Momo on this one because if you think about it, why are we going to high school? To go to college, right? And college, the whole point of high school is to prepare us for college. That's literally what every single teacher says, right? We're preparing you for college, you know, things like that.
Yep.
Which is all fine and dandy. But like in college, I don't know what it's like to be in college, but from what I understand, in college, it's more independent based. You take care of your own things. Like professors aren't gonna be like, okay guys, your assignment is due next week and things like that. And like, you know, it's not like
Put
it's
away
not
your
like high
phone,
school.
blah, blah, blah.
well, I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Put away your, it's not like high school. It's more independent
Oh,
based.
take
You are
attendance,
responsible
blah, blah.
for your grade. Yeah, you're responsible for a bunch of different things. So I feel like this is an opportunity for students to get better prepared for what it may be like to go to college. So that's why I agree with Momo in that sense. Now, I understand that learning the content and the incentive for that, not all high schoolers are going to be willing to do that. And also like the learning environment isn't exactly the best. Because, you know, you're kind of chilling. I mean, most people I know are just chilling in bed listening to whatever the person's saying.
Isn't it you?
You know, no, I never do that. I'm very responsible, but but you know, so that's the downside is like, the learning experience isn't gonna be as easy. You can't ask questions as easily and, you know, things like that.
yeah, I guess.
And also like in real life, in workforce, like no one gonna be there and then like remind you.
Well, yeah, but then
Yeah,
again,
exactly.
you always have deadlines.
Yeah, but then like you do have deadline too. It's just there's no one there to remind you. That's the whole point of online school, I think. You have to be
Well, yeah,
more
I
responsible,
guess.
like to your deadline.
Well, okay. Well,
Well,
what do you think, Lemon? We all pitched in here. Give us your opinion.
And if you don't have an opinion, I can just start talking again. Huh?
Honestly, I agree that this is like the move where obviously Corona is happening. So, but on like being independent, I don't think it's necessarily making you more independent. Because, for example, you're saying like it's making you more independent because we don't have anyone telling us what to do, right? So like,
yeah.
but at the same time, if it was in real school, we have no one really telling us what to do, except, at least from my experience, except my parents, right? And it's still the same there. Like, there's still deadlines in both cases. There's still deadlines in both cases. There's still parents in both cases. And those two are basically my main things. And there's still friends texting you to remind you to do things, right?
No.
There's friends texting us to
I
distract
don't
us
know.
and ask for answers.
Yeah.
No, well, not reminding you to do things, but saying stuff like, you know, about school.
Yeah.
Like
No.
doing homework.
No, what do you mean? Yeah. For
Okay,
example,
well,
if I text
okay.
you, it's like, yo, what was your answer for number 3? It's like, oh wait, I didn't do the homework yet.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, have you done the EE? Something like that. It reminds you of the EE and things like that. And that's basically the same independence scale as it were in school physically. For me at least.
Yeah.
Except that you don't have to see your teacher face to face when you know, fail something. And for a lot of people,
Yeah.
they don't care. Like, if they didn't care physically, they wouldn't care online. So,
Well, okay.
No, yeah.
Like, think about it. Okay, so sorry. I know this is turning in kind of a debate, and we're supposed to be talking about Corona, but like, and that's not what I mean. But like, the idea of responsibility is like, you're forced for that hour and 25 minutes or 45-minute class, whatever. You're forced to be there. You can't get on your phone. You can't be distracted. You have to listen to the teacher. You get on your phone, that teacher is going to tell you to stop getting on your phone. For at least for majority of my teachers, that's what they do. Or if you get on your computer, they're going to be like, stop, close your computers, listen to what I have to say. In your and you can't escape. You can't just dip. You can't just dip from like a in real life lobby. You know what I mean? Like an online game where you're in a lobby, you can just dip, or like a Skype call, you can just dip. You're forced to be there, and so you're forced to sort of listen to what they have to say. Whereas when you're doing online, I could very simple, just mute myself, and then literally just not show my camera and just walk to another room, do whatever I want for 30 minutes or whatever, then end call.
I've seen people sleeping and turning their camera off.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, even if you have your camera on, you can literally be on your phone like very easily. You know what I mean? So you don't necessarily have to be paying attention or using that time for specifically learning. So that's what I mean by independent, is like you're managing your own time. That's the most important thing for independence. I'm not saying you don't do that in high school, but I feel like the managing your time for education, for like learning specifically, isn't as much as you would do for online. So,
Okay.
All right.
But
we're talking.
Okay, that's all fine and dandy. But back to the question. Back to the topic of Corona.
Wait, I have
Okay,
a topic.
No, wait. This is just a quick. Just answer with like a month, okay? Till when do you think that online school is going to last? Like, give like an estimate.
End of this year.
End of this year around.
January.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like second semester is when we'll start going back.
No, hold up. No, we have, look, I just figured out, we have winter break before the end of the year. People are gonna start going out, and we have Christmas too. No, it's gonna boom again.
Well, I mean, I can't really say anything because my school here is not gonna go.
I feel that the vaccine will be made this year, and by the time they distribute it, and things like that, I feel like we'll go back to school, like physical school, probably January or February of next year. That's what I think.
Okay, but I don't think we should.
It's gonna constantly be postponed until then.
I don't think we should rely on a vaccine. But here's why. Because like when you put in the news that there's a vaccine, people start to care less about the coronavirus. It makes them want to go outside and things like that.
I agree.
Vaccine's gonna come anyway, so.
If you the reason why I'm talking about the vaccine specifically is because at this point the US is like pretty much like without a vaccine, we're gonna stay in this situation for a lot longer than some other countries because of our actions, because of what's happened so far.
Because we're smart.
We're gonna stay in this situation. We're gonna stay in this situation for a lot longer. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the US stays like this for another like 1-2 years, like without a vaccine. So that's why I'm stressing the fact that if we get a vaccine, then yeah, I think things will go back to normal. But if the vaccine ends up, I don't know, not working or something, or like virus mutates, you know what I mean? Like the virus mutates, or
I get it. We've talked about this before. We already talked about this. So let's move on to our last question, right? Momo, this probably doesn't apply to you as much, but during your time of quarantine,
it does.
Okay, fine. During your time of quarantine, how was your family life been? Because you've been locked up with them for like months without being able to get out. Except for you, Momo. I know you're like not with your family. Loser.
Spiritually.
So for me, I feel like it's a blessing and a curse. No, it's obviously a blessing. No, I would say like it gave me a chance to spend more time with my family. I sort of like didn't realize how much, I don't know, like when you're stuck at home for a long period of time, there's only so much you can do before you're kind of like, okay, let me spend some time with my, not saying that I don't spend time, but like that's my point. It's like you're obviously going to spend more time with your family during this time. And so yeah, like I'm glad that I am, because you know, I love my family, even though it has also driven me crazy sometimes a little bit.
Sometimes.
With my brothers,
Bro.
with my brothers and things like that. Sometimes you just want to like, you know, have a small breather. But like, all in all, like I'm happy because it kind of like told me, hey, stop what you're doing, stop the grind of school and like whatever, and just like spend time with your family, your loved ones, and you know.
Okay, so for me it's a complete opposite. I hate my family now.
Nice.
No, before quarantine started, you know, we all had our own spaces. We went out, we got our own air. Now I have to spend time with my family. Bro, I found out so much about my family that I didn't want to. I swear, oh my god, don't get me started.
I love the difference in opinion.
No, I swear, you know what I've seen? My god, no, bro, I saw I've been spending more time in the living room than my room, like nowadays, because you know I have to share a room with my brother, and oh my god, he farts so much during his speech.
PG! It's PG!
No.
Oh god.
No, bro. So
It's
basically, we have like this
PG.
bag. No, we have this bag of nuts on the kitchen counter, and I saw walk over there, scratch his balls, and then reach into the,
It's PG!
reach into the nut bag.
It's PG!
Same
It's
hand.
It's PG!
I don't want to know that.
I didn't either.
It's PG!
You gotta share that with the.
I have to share it with
people that's
someone.
gonna listen
I don't have a
to this
therapist, dude.
podcast.
You have a therapist?
I don't. so that's why I
Therapy
need to share it
session,
with you
bro.
guys.
This podcast is a therapy session.
Okay,
God
so
damn.
before I get too riled up, how about you, Lemon? How has your family life been in quarantine?
Honestly,
Keep it PG.
It's unlike Rad or Omar. Like, it's literally been the same. Cause I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm an extrovert, or I don't know. I was living introverted before. Like, I'd go home from school and just stay there, right? So it honestly feels the same. I mean, and for like half the day I'm up in my room. Like, I'm upstairs in my house, so like away from them. So it feels like the exact same, honestly. Like, nothing different.
Bro, I wish I could do that too.
How
Except
about you
we
and
spend
brother?
lunch
How you
together.
and your brother?
That's the one thing like that's gotten like I would say that's happened to me through Corona is like my introverted side just came out. Like I don't know. I feel like I've been like so introverted this like whole time compared to, you know, compared to what I usually am like. So yeah, because I'm like locked in my own space and things like that.
Yeah,
so,
no, I didn't expect it to be like that easy for me to survive Corona. If that makes sense.
yeah, same. Like I thought it was gonna be a lot harder,
Oh my
but then
god.
you know you get used to it. You get a routine.
Yeah, I wish I got a routine, but then I had to up and move in the middle of it. And
How
now
about
I
you
don't
and
have
your
my
brother?
room anymore. I don't have my own space anymore. You know how important that is for me?
Oh,
I'm so introverted.
that
Oh,
I'm
yeah, that-
so
see,
introverted.
that sucks.
Lemon,
Like,
how about
I'll be
you and your
honest.
brother? Didn't you guys get closer?
Yeah, did you get closer with your
I
brother?
doubt it.
No, not at all.
Lemon?
How about you,
Yeah.
Lemon?
I mean, like I said, it was literally the same thing. Cause I spent the same amount of time with them, right? Because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm here up in my room, so
Oh yeah, I guess. So Momo, I guess that your family situation basically the same as well. Or have you talked to your family more?
Well, actually, I taught my family more because since the Z happened, they got really worried with me. So like I got a lot more call from them. So I guess it's got better.
Which is good. So yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
which
good,
is
yeah.
good.
And
Yeah.
Nice.
so let's leave off on a good note. Our call is literally less than a minute long left. So with that, thank you for listening to the podcast. As always, I was your host, ItsPrettyRad, joined by my lovely guests and co-host, LifeAsOmar, Momo, and Lemon. If you guys have anything else to add, please say it now or forever hold your peace.
Okay.
Almost a
Nothing?
great person.
Okay, as always, links to Omar's and mine channels in the description. Also, this time we have Omar's Twitch channel in the link in the description
Omar live
as well.
stream.
Omar's gonna
Minecraft.
live stream soon. I will live stream soon as well, as soon as I get my Twitch figured out and my own room. So please,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.